Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella1 Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Billy Joe Saunders announced that he's moving up to super middleweight to fight for Gilberto Ramirez vacant WBO belt versus Shefat, Isufi, whatever his name is, man. He from Germany. And pretty much we're going to talk about his reaction with Miguel Joy Phelps about the Demetrius Andrade fallout. But appreciate everybody for jumping in or checking in, better yet to say. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, won't miss another video. Don't forget, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1 Boxing get you 18% off their all natural products, lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, and much, much more. All natural products. Once again, use the promo code Goodfella1 Boxing get 18% off those all natural products. Again, website promo code are in the description. All right, stop playing around. Let's get to it. And pretty much, this dude, he fighting in his 15th professional fight. He got a shot at the IBF versus Dennis Ronert. Cruiserweight title, youth cruiserweight title, IBF. And he lost that. His 16th career fight, he lost against a guy making his debut. Okay, now all of a sudden he's somehow coming back down to super middleweight now. He's been at super middleweight quite some time, it looked like, and he's fought at light heavyweight, and he's been at super middleweight maybe 5, 6, 7 times. Not 100% sure on that, but this dude is a glorified cherry pick, and this is again exposing the double standards or exposing, ranking systems. Like, it's no way that this dude should be ranked as high as he is in these sanctioned belt bodies, man. This dude is ranked number 1, and Billy Joe Saunders not even ranked as of February 13th. He wasn't even ranked at 168 pounds, okay, in the WBO. I mean, you got this guy, Shefat, Isufi, whatever his name is, Jesse Hart, number 2. Some of these dudes, Chris Eubanks, number 6, Zach Parker, Zach Dunn, Yerman Berman, Arthur Abraham, and keep going on and on. At some point, one of these boxers is going to have to sue these sanctioned belt bodies. They skipped over the entire top 15 other than this number 1 ranked guy who don't deserve to be ranked number 1. And went to middleweight and let Billy Joe Saunders come get a title shot. Now, Billy Joe Saunders is not the super WBO champion, okay? Neither is Demetrius Andrade. I don't think he got that honor as well. But how does he get the how can I say it? How does he get the selection to move up to 168, and challenge for a title when he ain't even he ain't even a super champion no more. Now, a super WBO champion can move up to the next weight class and immediately become the mandatory. He lost his belt by failing the drug test for oxyfrine, okay? He said one of the reasons he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade because the purse split wasn't in his favor this time. He said he called somebody over in Boston, in Massachusetts, he said a cuss word by mistake, well, she didn't mean it, and it came back to bite him. So they may not sanction him, and they want to do that. They're trying to do that fight in Boston again instead of taking it somewhere else in the United States. So they try to pretty much, it sound like, they try to make it hard. They try to make it hard on Billy Joe Saunders to take the title fight. Now, the purse split, that's just what it is. Andrade is the title holder now. Andrade is the title holder. Billy Joe Saunders is the challenger. The split is always going to be in the champion's favor when you talk about purse bids and stuff of that nature. So they try to come to an agreement. They got fucked last time by Eddie Hearn. So this time, it didn't work out, and I understand. But at the end of the day, he had a 9-month suspension. This goes back to October, so he should have suspended November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. He shouldn't even be ranked in the WBO until July. Okay, they cut his suspension short because he had 6 months suspension, 3 months to be re-ranked in the WBO. They seen the WBC rank him in middleweight. Then they reinstated him and made him mandatory to fight Andrade. They couldn't come to a deal. He moving up to fight for the super middleweight belt. He said he can come back down to middleweight to fight. He said in a case where he can't make the weight. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Billy Joe Saunders don't make the world go round. Neither Demetrius Andrade. Nobody losing sleep because that fight ain't being made. But I am just tired of these sanctioned belt bodies, being able to, do what they want to do. And that's what I'm talking about, man. These fighters in America need to come up with their own belts. All they belts they fight for need to be stationed right here in the United States in this jurisdiction, so they can be held to higher standards, and they can be in this jurisdiction. They can be sued and have to abide by our laws and stuff of that nature. With these belts being sanctioned in Colombia, South America, wherever the fuck these motherfucking belts ranked at, or in Mexico, they ain't doing nothing for none of these fighters, man. They just skipped over 15 or 14 other opponents that gave Billy Joe Saunders a title shot in the sanctioned belt body in a weight class. He ain't even ranked that. But hey, it is what it is. I didn't care about seeing Andrade and Billy Joe out there fell apart. Very, very sloppy. But I'm just saying, fighters are going to continue to cheat and take and get competitive advantages as long as they get rewarded in boxing. You've seen Billy Joe Saunders. He cheated. They didn't really cut his suspension down. He get another title shot at another weight class. Tyson Fury, he cheated. He get a big payday with ESPN. People forget about that. At the end of the day, once again, it is what it is. Boxing can't get right. Some people, want to see Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders. I thought it was going to look like William Monroe. It was a upper echelon fight for a lot of fight fans. Two high class, high caliber fighters. But at the end of the day, another fight that boxing can't get right. Sometimes it's too right for boxing to get right, so they get it wrong. You've seen it with Fury Wilder. I'm going to cook on that with a video after this similar to that. But you see what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, boxing is killing itself. It's deteriorating. It's a money contest. It ain't even a contest who got the best stable of fighters. It's the contest who can throw more money at fighters to not get the fights that we want to see. And this is a prime example of that, man. At the end of the day, Billy Joe Saunders passed. He got another shot versus nobody. So he'll be able to call himself a 2-division world title holder with the WBO, which the WBO wasn't even respected before 2006 as a part of being undisputed. Imagine if the WBO, and we didn't have like the WBA or the IBF or the WBC take one of those away. We had two sanctioned belt bodies. How more competitive boxing would be. But now, pretty much, it should just boil down to, Premier Boxing Champions should have their own belts. ESPN should have their own belts. The Zone should have their own belts, because a lot of these fights not going to happen. But it can happen if these sanctioned belt bodies start mandating these champions to fight other champions, or title holders to fight other title holders. These things can happen if the sanctioned belt bodies want it to happen. But you know what? They want to be in the good graces, the good pockets of a lot of these white collar promoters, managers, and advisors and stuff of that nature. So pretty much, if they want these fights to happen, they'll mandate these fights. They do mandate title holders to fight other title holders. Leo Santa Cruz was mandated to fight Gary Russell. It didn't come to fruition, but it happens. It's very rare, but it happens. But if these sanctioned belt bodies want the best for boxing, which they don't, they want what's best for their pockets, they can really crack down. Billy Joe Saunders should have been suspended for a year for what he got popped for. Oxford Canelo still should be suspended until May. He shouldn't be able to compete in no sanctioned belt bodies. But if one sanctioned belt body ban them, they can just run to another sanctioned belt body. There's no overall commission for boxing. None of the sanctioned belt bodies are stationed in America, except for the IBF and the IBO, I think it is. But they not hold. At the end of the day, when you other ones stationed in Colombia or stationed in Mexico, they can do whatever they want to. They're not even in a jurisdiction where they have to do certain things. So, and that's boxing, man. And boxing this is a hell of a day for boxing, taking 3 giant steps backwards. And when it's obsolete, it's going to be obsolete, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's, at the end of the day, they had UFC dead to rights. You know what I'm saying? They had no major stars to build on. Ronda Rousey moving on, Conor McGregor fighting Mayweather and all that. And then they could have legitimately killed UFC with just making the right fights. Joshua Wilder Fury again. They could have made Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. They could have made Canelo, Jamal Charlo. I'm glad they made Canelo, Danny Jacobs. That's a good thing. They could have made a plethora of fights. Gervonta Tank Davis, Lomachenko, Gary Russell, Santa Cruz. And they could have legitimately buried UFC. But they didn't bury UFC when they had the opportunity to. They didn't do it. At the end of the day, it's about who can spend the most money on fighters. They treat these fighters like hoes. And they pimps. Which one of my hoes going to take the biggest bag? But hey, it is what it is, man. You can't knock it. You can't get hating on these dudes. Just know at the end of the day, doing what's best for their family, and that's what's best for the sport. And the sport is gonna die. I've been saying that, man. Boxing is about to be obsolete. It's gonna be to a point where you're gonna be able to have to listen to the radio to get boxing. But hey, it's Good Fellow Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking on. Don't forget me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship. or you got video requests. I pushed the Mikey Earl Spence debate back a week or two, so I'll let y'all guys know updated. If you want to join it, email me, and I'll let you know the requirements for that. But in addition to that, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Got something cooking up for The Hellblaze coming in for y'all as well. But use the promo code Goodfella1Box, get 18% off their all natural products. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. On to the next one. Goodfella Sports TV.